Yes, an upgrade. I wonder what I'll get. Is it double jump? Stronger attack? More life?
Hey, what happened?
What was your favorite game released in 2025 and why is it Silksong? The Hollow Knight sequel has better visuals, great music, a massive map, secrets and lore. It retains the look and feel of Hollow Knight, but this time Hornet's capable of quick and sharp movements, allowing you to break ankles and feel really good about it.
How does it look from court angle? Oh no, that's not good.
So how does it compare to its much beloved predecessor? I'll break things down into 3 categories. First, Hornet's new moves based on her silk, tools, and the new crest system. Then the new story in the world of Farloom. And finally, the internet says this game is tough, like really tough. But was it as difficult as Hollow Knight? You're watching Uncomfortable Game Shorts, easy guides and reviews. If you play Silksong, and I recommend you do, sub for guides with everything from secrets to lore you might have missed. I'll tell you more at the end of the video. Just like in Hollow Knight, dying drops resources. This time, things drop as a cocoon that doesn't fight back, making things a bit simpler. What's the same is the gauntlet you'll have to run in order to get your stuff back. Conveniences are rare in this game, especially early on. To help you survive, you'll equip tools, which use shards as ammo, as well as special attacks and healing, which uses up silk you get from hitting enemies. Your attack and buffs change depending on which crest you equip, and instead of charm notches in a row, each crest allows you to equip different numbers of red, blue, and yellow tools, as well as skills. Maybe the only problem I had with all this is that it's sometimes hard to know what you need by way of tool, items, or upgrades to get something done. See something suspicious? Do you attack it? Need a specific item or upgrade? Should I play a little song to activate it? What do you want me to do? Things aren't always obvious, so be prepared to backtrack often. Moving on to the story, the first main difference is that Hornet is fierce. No longer do you play a silent protagonist. Hornet truly embodies the boss lady era. She's snappy, confident, and capable. If you're expecting memorable characters because of their charm, their problems, or their challenge, you'll find plenty to love here. Christopher Larkin returns to deliver an excellent musical score, sometimes gentle and grand, other times fast and thrilling, but always melodious. The music fills the game, matches the environment, and adds to the immersion. Not only are you darting around to fulfill the main quest, but you can also take up optional wishes. These open up new areas, challenges, upgrades, and rewards. It's worth it to try everything. What's bothersome, as in the first game, you need to buy maps and markers to keep track of secrets you'll want to return for. Again, it's not always obvious what's important, and you can only mark this absolutely massive map with a few expensive colored pins. Also, the game's divided into acts, and in the late game, the enemy difficulty spikes, making basic travel arduous. I actually had a friend tell me he felt burnt out at this late stage, and I could see what he meant. Without the upgrades I spent hours hunting down, it would take a while to slice through the beefy enemies. Post what you thought of the game's length and challenge in the comments. Finally, I saw a lot of posts about Silksong being too hard. I'll admit that the game has some seriously evil enemies and precise platforming. I had to retry several parts of the game multiple times, making me look like a glutton for punishment, just like in Hollow Knight. Although most enemies are lethal, it's the flying types and the missing floors that cause the biggest headache. Ultimately, I hesitate to say that Silksong was easier than Hollow Knight, only because the game isn't truly finished. Future DLC might bring some awful torture, but it seems that if you could handle Hollow Knight, Silksong won't break you. If you love immersive Metroidvanias with good writing and lore, plenty of secrets, and a solid challenge that will easily last you well over 60 hours, all wrapped in a very reasonably priced package, you need to play Silksong. The level of detail, content, and care placed in the world shows just how great Team Cherry really is. There's even an enemy who gets his name and design from a real-life fan with a tragic story. Don't know it? Check it out in the short I made, or click here for some more Silksong guides. Appreciate you subbing and sharing Uncomfortable Game Shorts. It means a lot for a small channel like mine.